All right, the mud's slippery. Oh man, that mud is like ice. Whoa. Oh my God. Ugh. Good morning, everybody. Chris in the morning here. It is a beautiful spring day. A little bit chilly, but absolutely gorgeous. It's going to be a great day. It's actually beautiful weather for hiking. Alrighty, let's get started and have some fun. Alrighty, so right off the bat, got some beautiful multiflora rose growing right next to the car in the parking lot. Today I am at Evansburg State Park, and the plan for today is to hike along Skippack Creek. Sorry for the airplane noise. There's some landscaping noise, all kinds of background noises. But yeah, it's a beautiful spring day. A little chilly. It was like upper 40s when I left the house. It's in the 50s now. It's not supposed to get much warmer. I think it's only supposed to get up to like 60, 65. So a little chilly compared to the 70s and 80s that we've been having. But very sunny and feels good. Kind of feels like a fall morning actually, but it's quite pleasant. All right, looks like we have some pretty purple Dame's rockets growing over here. Nice pretty purple flowers. Kind of look like violets. All right, so that was pretty cool. There were just a bunch of deer right on the other side of the creek over there, and I was just able to catch them as they were kind of walking back through the brush. It's like a family of deer. I think I may see more of them, but they're too deep into the woods. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I haven't even got onto the main trail yet, and already starting to see some pretty cool stuff. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. All right, so heading over the bridge over Skippack Creek, and we'll be heading onto the trail following the creek. Here is a view of the creek looking east. Looking west. Great blue heron out there on the branch. Wish he was closer, but so I'm getting some footage of him. I'm assuming this bridge is an old train trestle. All kinds of things happening down here by the river. I'm right by the bridge that crosses the river. I didn't get very far. I came down here to check things out, but there's tadpoles, there's crayfish. I saw some sort of I don't know if it was an otter or a fisher, or I'm not sure what it was. Caught a brief glimpse of it. Tried to get some photos of it, not sure if they came out. But yeah, I mean, it's full of activity down here. Over on this side, there's a ton of little tadpoles. Alrighty, moving on. Let's see what else we can find. Alrighty, I am officially on the trail. Woodpecker straight ahead. Let's see if I can get a shot of him. He's really close. You can hear him hitting a log. I think there's a whole family of them. There's some small ones, and then the one adult. Tried to get a better angle of him. He saw me. Oh, he's back. He's right over there. Go try to get some more shots of him. Nope, he's gone again. Alrighty, continuing along the trail. Unfortunately, this ash tree is pretty much dead. It is the victim of the emerald ash borer, EAB, but you can see all the grooves that the insects, the larvae, make when they burrow under the bark. Creates all these groove patterns on the tree, which eventually ends up killing it. It's a huge problem with the ash trees. This is officially the mill trail is what we are on, which is the yellow trail. Swallowed a bug. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I stopped here and I was photographing some of the leaves. They're all backlit, so they kind of have this glowing effect, and you can see all the veins in the leaves. It's really cool. Continuing down the trail. That bug is still in my throat. Continuing down the trail. Alright, I'm going to stop and get something to drink because this bug is wherever it flew in my mouth. It's stuck in my throat. But definitely going to hang out here for a few minutes and just kind of take everything in. Making my way down this little side path here. It should switch back its way down to the creek. This is much steeper than I was anticipating. It's all loose dirt and gravel, so hopefully I don't take the quick way down. Yeah, some May apples and some little critter in that little bush. You'll see that there's some May apples here. You got some growing here. Here's a nice big one right here. Here's a little one right here. The apples are actually starting to grow. There's a big one over there. But this whole bank, all the way down and around there, is just full of all of these May apples. They're all producing apples at this point. It's pretty awesome. There's got to be like hundreds of them going all the way around this side. All right, I'm gonna make our way down to the creek and take a look. you can kind of see how high recent floodwaters reached. That's probably about 7 feet, and you're already about 2 feet up from the creek itself. So I mean, it's even higher than some of the other trees. So I mean, you had the water getting up 10 feet high along here, easy. And from what I've seen in some other places, you know, it was much higher actually. It's pretty crazy when you think about it, that the water level would have been over my head during the recent flooding. You got debris, it's all kind of back in there. Pretty crazy. Yeah, you can really see how much the floodwaters impacted this area back here. All these leaves that are washed up against the trees and the branches and everything. Still a little muddy back here. That was not graceful. Ooh, this is quite muddy. Oh, I feel like my boots just dried off. Alrighty. Oh my god. Ugh. Alright. Survived. Alrighty, we are on a completely different trail on the other side of the creek, and actually heading in the opposite direction. Headed west. Crossed back over the bridge and took a trail on the right hand side. That's kind of what I'm following right now. I think this is actually a horse trail. Oh man. That mud is like ice. Whoa. Alright, let me catch my bearings there for a second. That was pretty crazy. Alright, as I try to sneak under here with all the crap on. Whoa. Yeah. Okay, that mud was kind of like clay. wet clay. Couldn't get any traction at all. Just kept sliding. Surprised I didn't fall on my ass. Alright, so the creek is to our right hand side. Tiny little baby turtle. Hope he's okay. He is a tiny little guy. How cute is this little guy? So tiny. So I moved the baby turtle off the middle of the trail. Put him off to the side so somebody didn't actually accidentally come by and step on it. Let's take a little detour down to the creek. Alrighty, that's gonna wrap it up for today. Beautiful day here at Evansburg State Park. Thanks for joining me, and I will catch everybody at the next video. Peace. Back to the mud.